Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're working on the old LS Genesis Coupe drift car, putting a clutch in it because at the last event, well, Rio Bash last year, the throwout bearing, well, slave cylinder throwout bearing, kept getting like extended out, so you had to like double clutch it when it would get stuck. And yeah, so got to rip the transmission out of this thing. I did kind of start on it a little bit. I got a couple of the bell housing bolts out, and I was just looking at it to see what we were gonna have to do to get this transmission out, if I had to take the exhaust out or not. But it looks like all I'm gonna have to do is take the O2 sensors out, even though one of them, the wires is broke on it, so it doesn't like it matters if it did break. Take those out and then drain the transmission, take the drive shaft out, and then it's pretty straightforward. The transmission should come out pretty fast, so let's get into it. All right, got her all drained out. No crazy chunks or nothing fell out, luckily. Fluid didn't actually look that bad, surprisingly, because this transmission is kind of shot. Like, second gear grinds pretty good, and first gear grinds a little bit when you put it in first. But you know, it's a T56, and those fuckers are expensive, so we're gonna run it. All right, we got the exhaust out. It's not as fun because I wasn't smart enough to have flex plates welded in it or have it welded in sections so it'll actually come apart. But you live and you learn. Don't do that. And it's probably gonna crack because it's all welded together and not a flex pipe in it. But YOLO. So now I got to get the transmission lowered down a little bit. I actually forgot. I got to unbolt my hydro mount because of the shifter bushing. Or that shifter, whatever, gasket thing, bolts through the bottom, and then I don't want to have to, or I don't want my shifter to fucking rip through it. So I'm gonna take that out, drop the shifter, or drop the transmission mount down, take the shifter off, and then realistically all there is one bell housing bolt left on the top to take out, and then the clutch line pretty much, and then it's done. So let's get into it. All right. Took a little bit longer than I wanted, but she did not want to come out. The clutch line is like routed with the brake lines, and I don't necessarily need to take the transmission all the way out because it's just, all I'm doing is a clutch, which it is very tempting to fucking pull the motor out and put the transmission back in because yikes, putting this fucking thing in on the ground, it fucking sucked taking it out. Like, it was just like everything that could fight you fought me, and it was just super annoying. Like, taking it out, one of the wires got stuck on the very top bell housing bolt because the bolt wouldn't come out because there's a brake line behind it. So I just undid it all the way, and then the bolt was just chilling there. Well, when the transmission came back, it came out a little bit, and then the wire got underneath it, and whatever. But now we are gonna zip off that clutch and see how much material's left. All right, we got her out. It was a little bit of a struggle fest. When you're used to working on underneath, like standing underneath something, and then you have to do it on your back, and you kind of forget a couple things, and then just being on the ground or like this, it's a little not always as fun. But we got it out. I'm gonna pull it out more over here just so it's completely out of the way, so then I can just unzip that oil pan with ease. First, I do have to drain it still because I did do an oil change and it's full right now, but get her drained, get the pan off, and then we'll see what it looks like. Hopefully it's not too sad. Ooh, oil. This is like fresh shit. I literally changed it, put it in, drove it around a little bit, did a burnout, that's it. But whatever. Well, she is basically out. Everything's disconnected. It's literally just hanging there. So now I pretty much just gotta pull it out the rest of the way, strip it down, and get ready for the next motor, which I think is just gonna be I'm thinking about just either sticking a stock 6-liter and getting it tuned and just throwing my intake and everything and all the front accessories, because I don't have extra of those right now. Get all of that stuff, put all that stuff on a 6-liter, toss it back in, and then hopefully rip for the season. And then I might, because this motor isn't like bad. It's just, I think it's gonna blow up relatively soon. And I would rather, because I want to just like hold on to it, stick it in the white Genesis I got outside, and then, you know, just send it until it, if it does blow up, it blows up. And then I'll stick another one in. But it's not like it's a bad motor. It's just I don't want to have to deal with it blowing up, you know, at the season opener, and now I'm scrambling to get it back in. So I'm trying to just get a good engine in it for the season, and then we'll just go from there pretty much. But yeah, that it's definitely not good. Don't get me wrong, it is not good. But it will it'll run, it'll probably drift for a hot minute. Like, these things are tanks, but it's, you know, it's definitely gonna blow up now for sure. So I'm gonna get this thing yanked out the rest of the way and start stripping it. But that'll probably be it for this one. Thanks for checking in. Catch you guys in the next one.